Ragnarok. Come day of wrath, O pulseless sea. Embrace thy fate, thine home to burn, that fallen souls might bear our plea to hasten the divine's return. O piteous wanderer, Ragnarok, make of this day a brave epoch. Deliver the divine, Ragnarok.
What? Sarah, how did you...
I was waiting for you to open your eyes. All the time I was asleep, I knew what was happening. I kept trying to think of a way to save Cocoon. Together.
Sarah?
You get it now. There are no gods with miracles to save us. No matter where you look. That's why we have to call one. Destroy Orphan. We'll save the world.
Stop it!
You can't do that. You love me too much. You do, don't you, Claire?
Enough already. Listen up. We are all shooting for the same goal here.
And the result of that is this.
You son of a...
You betray your fal'Cie to chase after dreams and shadows. The world you claim to wish to protect now faces the end of days, with no hope of salvation.
I didn't think fal'Cie had the means.
Oh, it won't be fal'Cie who destroy her. For centuries now, Cocoon has provided generously for its human inhabitants every want and need. Coddled them, one might even say. The result being their deep-seated fear and hatred of change and all things alien. Fed, nurtured, and ready to detonate at the slightest spark. The seeds of destruction take root, even now.
What did you do to Cocoon?
I resigned, appointing Reigns as Primarch in my stead.
Reigns? He's alive?
The puppet is restrung to serve my needs, yes. Its eyes had long since turned to glass. Of course, the cavalry's eyes will see our friend as nothing more than a traitor to their cause. They'll say the fal'Cie got to him too, or some such drivel. And imagine, when I spread word that it's Orphan tugging at his strings, what happens next?
What? You're gonna use the cavalry to take the thing out?
Perhaps. Or perhaps I'll feign the howling of Pulsian wolves and let the fear-addled sheep slaughter themselves first. Either way, the end is at hand. But what of yourselves? Will you enjoy the festivities beside me? Or perhaps...
greet the end here, in the land where it all began.
So we are fighting Bartanilus for the second time, and he's way easier the second time, so don't, freak out. He does look pretty cool, though. But yeah, first thing I do is I go to Espionage just to debuff him and buff us. And you're probably wondering why I didn't put any shrouds on me. Like, I didn't buff my characters before I even fought him. Reason being is because I'm so fucking powerful at this point that I didn't need to. Plus, I use this time to, while I'm getting buffed up myself, I can use this to... I can use this time to debuff him as well, because when you buff up yourselves, you don't debuff him. So I did this, that way I could buff myself up and debuff him at the same time. That way I'm not really wasting time. So yeah, we are fucking pretty much annihilating him. I mean, look how much, I almost got him staggered, and I haven't even attacked him. All I'm doing now is just debuffing him with Saboteurs. But yeah, he's almost staggered, and we go to combat clinic just to heal up that way. Because I mean, I'm really powerful. I don't want my characters to you know, die. So I go back to espionage just to get some more debuffs on him and stagger him, and then I go to relentless assault. I believe so. Or maybe I just keep staggering. I don't remember the fight. I guess I keep doing this. Oh shit. Just to get some more buffs on me, mainly lightning and snow, because they're the ones that are really doing most of the damage. Hope's just, you know, doing the healing and buffing and magic stuff. But yeah, so we go around this assault just to get him all the way up there. I don't think we get him to 99.99 before I go aggression. I think I switch it here. I do, and he's at 810, which is pretty high. And at this point, I am... Look how much damage I do. Look how this... I almost kill him. I almost kill him. If he did not transform, I would have killed him. I swear to God. But anyway, he transforms and cancels out the stagger, which sucks. But anyway, I go back to... I go to combat clinic. That way I can survive his attack, which actually does jack shit to me. So, since I'm not... I mean, obviously, I'm sure you guys are not fully buffed up at this point. And if you are, awesome. If you're not, you're probably going to need to use combat clinic a lot. But... Anyway, I go back to espionage just to, you know, debuff him again and buff us up again. And I go back to combat clinic every time he does one of those attacks. I mean, even though I know I'm going to live it, I do want to keep healing myself. And since I'm in the yellow, I definitely want to heal myself. And you can see we're just fucking owning him. He's really easy the second time around, so don't freak out. Unless you're really underdeveloped, then freak the fuck out. But yeah, we keep debuffing him. It's actually getting much harder to debuff, which actually I don't have a problem with, because take as long as you need to debuff, because that's since we don't have haste on my party. Hope's taking his time to buff us up, and that's when we can actually get some, you know, all of our buffs on our party while debuffing him still. So we go to diversity. That way I can you know, keep the chain gauge going and heal up and actually get some debuffs off of us. And I go back to espionage just to buff us up, and then I switch back to I switch to the diversity. That way we can get those I can't talk. That way we can get those debuffs off of us. I go to espionage again just so that way we can get some more buffs on snow, because we're the main attack force. And I go to relentless assault to get the stagger gauge up even further. And eventually, I believe I switch to aggression to finish him off with 2 commandos, because they fucking rip shit when you have a really high stagger. And I go to aggression to finish him off, and I believe I get a 5-star, and you get 100,000 credits for beating him. And yeah, that's the end of Bartanilus, and hopefully my commentary wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So, cutscene.
The time has come. Allow me to extend my invitation. To save a people beyond salvation, there is only Ragnarok. Cocoon suffers. Release her from the pain. What?
So we beat Bartanilus for the second time, and he grants us access to his ship, which is his owl thing, and he wants us to go back. He wants us to go back to Cocoon, and this is another cutscene. I forgot about this. It's actually a really long cutscene, like a 4-minute one. Enjoy.
So, this is the end of the rainbow, huh? Well, here's hoping the pot's full of tips on dealing with crackpot Fal'Cie.
You know, I don't remember this being here before. I guess it's new, huh?
Yeah, must be. I suppose it might be a record of what happened. You know, after we turned to crystal. Cocoon, where the slaves of Lindsay dwell, is the enemy of all life fostered by Pulse's sacred hand. So our fal'Cie determined Pulse's will, chose l'Cie, and gave them a focus. Become Ragnarok and bring about the end of Cocoon. And so the beast arose, defeated Lindsay's hateful fal'Cie, and prepared to tear Cocoon apart. But her providence betrayed our l'Cie, draining Ragnarok of strength. Their focus only half complete, the l'Cie were taken to the enemy's land by Bartandalus, curse his name. And the goddess said, l'Cie who rest upon Cocoon will reawaken, however long they may wait. And Ragnarok will rise again, to tear the land from its seat in the sky. Her word is absolute.
Guess the jig is up.
Cocoon's done for, isn't it?
Hey, don't sweat it. If we go ahead and smash Cocoon, you know some makers sure to roll up and save the day.
As long as fal'Cie are around, this fight is never gonna end. So let's finish it. Let's get Daisley.
So what do we do about Orphan?
We help Orphan. What else can we do? If we can manage to keep it safe...
Another war breaks out somewhere down the road. We're l'Cie. It's not like we can make people stop fighting.
Lightning, you told me on Cocoon. It's not a question of can or can't. We just do it. That's our only choice this time. Maybe it won't do much. Maybe only one person will listen to us. But even then, isn't trying better than doing nothing?
Because ripples can make waves!
Okay, kids have gone crazy.
Revolutionaries always get cold crazy.
When I was on Cocoon, I wished on those fireworks. I wished to not let anything happen to Cocoon this time. But I shouldn't have wished for that. Wishes aren't enough. Prayers either. This time I'm making a promise. I will keep Cocoon safe. I promise, no matter what.
I guess it takes losing everything to make you see how much you have to fight for. Huh.
And we're the only ones who can do it, right?
Right.
Yep.
All right then. Let's tie up loose ends.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so wow, that's the end of this part. Damn, I didn't even talk at all. But anyway, stay tuned for the final part of set 11, which I've recorded, and I'll explain everything. And the next part is actually like 13 minutes of Crystariumizing, seriously. But anyway, stay tuned for the next part. I'll see you people in the next video.